I think these things are changing, but it's slow.
So community, local community, things are changed because it wasn't about only about religious part. It's about the traditionally people are very conservative in Afghanistan. After, especially after this crisis, Taliban view it a kind of ideology, mostly among even community.
For the people.
Yeah. So that's why, like, in terms of changing, like from 2 or 3% girls access to education now, it's become 30 or 35%, 38. And in terms of like universities, we had actually one thing which I'm always want to argue about that we always saying about challenges in Afghanistan, but there's lots of development as well, and we should show the picture, the very good face of the Afghanistan, face of the situation as well, because now we have more than 100 private and governmental universities, and like for the girls, there wasn't any ability from the family in terms of family that they should go abroad to study. It was a kind of traditional, most of the family was not able to send their daughters to abroad. But now it's a kind of normal thing that we go a girl studying abroad and come
we
back.
have 3 ministers now.
Yeah,
women.
yeah. Like
I don't know how many you have.
Yeah.
How many
are they, that parliamentarian, are they intervening in bills and everything to bring a women issues in that?
Yeah,
they are successful.
You know, this is something that you know, it depends, because most of us, this is a kind of new experience. Like some of the women, they don't have, even they don't understand their femininity. You know what I mean? And when you don't understand the femininity, of course you don't understand the interest of it. That's why I don't blame them, because this is a kind of totally new experience. Because they're not, some of them are, they don't understand to look from this angle to the issues. You know, like for me, even I was a judge, and why I left the judgment, because in most of the cases I could see that I'm not able to provide the judgment and to provide the justice, because I could see that the interpretation of the Sharia is wrong, but I was not able to do anything, because I was pairing with two other people. Do you know what I mean? This is something that sometimes your hands are so tight that you cannot do anything. That's why I came out from the system, and I said, okay, you know, I have to do something else, and probably that might be more helpful. That's why I was part of the constitution making process, and one of the reasons that how much I fought to put the quota for women in the parliament, to put the quota for the provincial council membership, and all of these are something that you can see that it's probably, this might be at least the presence of the women in the parliament.
Quantitatively,
like for me, during the Taliban, we were pushed home. I was not able to go and walk outside of my home, and our windows was pinned. We were not allowed to even, our windows was not, we were not allowed to have unpainted windows, because there was so restriction that you should not be seen from outside. Like me experiencing this. And now I can see at least the Mujahideen, the warriors, that they had lots of restrictions. Like for me, they pushed me from the justice sector for 6 months, being in a waiting list of employment in the judiciary. Going and traveling alone from like 70 kilometers, coming to Kabul every day, going back, and just signing my timesheet, or what is called the attendance sheet, without any work. But now I can see that the women are sitting beside of those warriors, and their vote is equal in the parliament. This is something that we have to communicate this out. Most of the people see the ugly face of Afghanistan. I know that probably this is not perfect. They're not doing a perfect job. But at least for me, the presence of the women in the public life is so important. Because even if they're shy now, most of even the warriors now talking about the women's rights. And he's sitting in the parliament with those women communists, of course, with the background. women communists, and the male communists that they were fighting each other. This is an achievement. You know, people expect from us to be like, with this 12 years we should be in the Mars. We should reach to the Mars. It's not possible. You know, how long it took that even the war is very easy just to destroy everything like this. But you know, the social destruction is totally different.
That is very
It's difficult, and you have to go through the long process. It's not an event, it's a process you have to go through. I'm optimistic.